All right, here we go. All right, so it is Wednesday. We're starting off on Michelson in the city of Irvine. Overcast day. June gloom is starting. So it's pretty overcast this morning. And as you can see from my video that I published today, from yesterday, from Tuesday, the mornings are really overcast. I had a sunny ride home, but today it was overcast on my way to work, and then sun came out for a couple hours and now it's overcast again. So it's unfortunate. I don't mind it for riding, you know. It's not bad for riding. It's actually pretty nice. It's just you know, it's difficult to edit these videos when in low light situations. It's difficult to get that you know, that good vibrant, you know, footage. So my footage always ends up like I talked about before. I have a certain way that I like things to look. It may not look totally natural, but the first camera I ever used was a GoPro Hero 10, and those cameras, like, the footage on GoPros is a little dark, but they're also straight out of the box, just using default settings. Your footage is usually more vibrant than what you're gonna see coming off of a DJI Action 5 or 4 or 5. I have a 4. So I'd say that the DJIs look a lot more natural, but I like them to look a little more vibrant, you know. I think that's like the look that I prefer. I think I like the way it looks, you know. So that's why my footage it's kind of distinct. I think that if I just rode my bike and you couldn't see anything, I think you could recognize an OC commuter video pretty easy. If I didn't talk and you couldn't see my bike, it has a pretty distinct look to it. So we're now on MacArthur, and so we're going to be heading to a hotel. I don't know what city it is, but it's either I don't know. It's either Santa Ana, Garden Grove, or Anaheim. I'm not really too sure. It's not very far. It's about 13 miles, which is maybe a half a mile longer than a standard route I would take. But it's close. It's an easy ride. So, and it's neat. It's going to be the beginning of the ride will be pretty recognizable. Obviously, we're going to take Main Street, and then we'll take. Well, I don't know which way we're going to go. So it's basically going to be where Memory Lane hits Harbor Boulevard. So there's a bunch of routes we can take. So we're going to stay there tonight and tomorrow night. So I'll have this ride tomorrow morning, you know, however many rides that is. I think 4 rides. We're going to have, tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and then Friday morning. So that's kind of cool. So we can mix it up a little bit. So that'll be cool for you guys and for me too. Just to, I mean, I'm stoked on pretty much every every ride, even if it is repetitive. I typically always enjoy myself. I think it's like sometimes I do stray off, off of the routes that I typically take, occasionally, and if I try to go outside my normal routes and to create variety, a lot of times I'm doing routes that I don't really care for all that much. We might as well just go. I don't think she's. So the memory lane is going to be the main street we want to hit, which is so our options are many. So the first option is Flower Street to Memory Lane. So that takes us through Floral Park once we get past the 17th Street, but that's pretty standard route that I take. I don't always publish Flower Street videos, but that's a pretty, especially if you've been watching the channel a while, that used to be a very common route for me to take, was Flower Street. But right now we're gonna not do that. So what we'll probably do is we're just gonna go. We'll take Sunflower to Bristol, and then we'll take Bristol to Memory Lane, and we'll cruise on Memory Lane until we get to Harbor. Then we'll make a ride on Harbor, and then we'll be there. Some other routes we can take this week are we can take Sunflower. We can overshoot, so we can take Sunflower over to all the way over to the Santa Ana River. So that's going to take us further west than we need to go, but not by much. It'd probably turn it into maybe a 14-mile ride, maybe less. I'm not too sure. Nothing that's going to make any difference. So that'll be nice. So we can do the Santa Ana River. Maybe we'll do the Santa Ana River in the morning. I would like to do a really early morning. What I would really like to do is do an early morning ride when it's dark on Bristol. So those were some of my favorite rides. But we'll have to save that for the winter time. So riding on Bristol in the very early morning it's not intense, but like if you come over on La Vida, you go over all the freeways, drop down into Bristol, you just get this ominous feeling, you're kind of in a dangerous area in the dark, in a weird hour. So that's kind of nice. I like that a lot. But in the daytime, Bristol doesn't hold like a lot of mystery. It's just kind of chaotic. It's a very chaotic street to ride on, with traffic and stuff. So I don't know if we. It does have a protected bike lane, which is cool. I don't know why I crossed the street. Why did I do that? I'm gonna have to cross over here now. I guess I was trying to be proper. Trying to follow the rules. It's pretty chilly right now. We gotta cross right here. Of course I could get in the road, but we don't need to do that. So, yeah, oh, we can cross, nice. So So we'll do this. So yeah, Bristol, like you can ride in the bike lane, you can ride on the sidewalk. They're equally dangerous. The protected bike lane, I don't know how far that is. It's only a couple miles. But that protected bike lane is pretty nice. I like it. Man, I didn't think I was going to be this cold. My front brake's making a bunch of noise. Oh, what are we going to do here? We want to, I don't really want to, that car is turning right. I thought these cars were turning left. So that car is gonna turn, but are they gonna make a U-turn? Let's just cross. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my axle came loose. Dang it. All right. We gotta fix the bike. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. All right, I'm gonna shut the camera off. We're good, I think. Brakes are gonna be noisy, but okay, we got these folks. Selfie time. All right, so you already guessed what it was, my axle. I don't know how many more times this back tire can take getting ripped out of its plug. Oh, I've got something in my pocket that's making a bunch of noise. I heard that on this morning's video. I was like, dang, that's kind of noisy. Let's see if that's better. No, it's not better. Well, we'll just use throttle only then. Hopefully I picked everything up off the ground. So, I don't know how many minutes that took. Not very long. It was full. All right, so I'll have to use the video to see how long this ride takes now. So I still haven't gotten the torque arms for this bike. Maybe I'll remember to buy them tonight. And the nuts were loose. I know I tightened the shit out of them, so just by me not paying attention, you know, those nuts came loose on the back axle, and axle spun out of the drop out, and the result is I got to stop and fix it. So it's 4:38. I don't know how, that probably took me 10 minutes. I got a routine down now, so I flipped my bike over, put the handlebars on the spare inner tube, and then on the bottle of slime, pulled the tire off. The cord for the motor is wrapped up around the freaking axle. The insulation for the cable's all tore up. I'm hard on a bike though anyway, you know, it's like if you don't do bike maintenance, that kind of stuff happens. And you know, if you don't take preventative measures. All right, so we're on Bristol. My hands are a mess now. So where are we going? So I told you the area we're going, but I didn't really tell you where we're going. And you guys aren't gonna believe where I'm going. So the place I'm going is one of the most infectious places that you could possibly go in Orange County. I would say it's worse than a waiting room at a hospital in 2020. Now that's crazy, right? That's bad. It's the Great Wolf Lodge. That's where we're going. The Great Wolf Lodge has a water park indoors and outdoors as well. And during the weekday, the price of the hotel at the Great Wolf Lodge is cheaper than it is at like any of your cheaper hotels like Best Western and stuff like that. So that's where I'm heading. So I'll be at the water park tonight. But both my sons don't want to swim because the last time we went, we had a great time. Not any place I would ever think that I would ever choose to go outside of having a family. And even then I was like, that's kind of like just not like my type of place, you know? Like, not just because it's like so contagious, but just, I don't know. Just not a spot I thought I would ever go to. But I've done a lot in the last 15 years that I never thought I would ever do, relating to being a significant other and having kids, and this is all the stuff that I said I would never do, you know? So, Orange County commuter operates completely out of his comfort zone, permanently. But yeah, the last time we went there, it was like the kid's grandma came to visit from their mom's side, and she was going through, well, I won't go into it, but she had gotten a little bit of money. Her and her husband had sold her house, so she had a little bit of money, and she wanted to do something fun for us. So she was really stuck on this Great Wolf Lodge idea. So we all went there for a few days. Was it a few days? At least a couple of days. I was working, so I don't know like how many days I was there. And it was a blast, but every single one of us got sick. We all got COVID. But it wasn't very long ago. It was only like maybe a couple years ago, tops, maybe not even 18 months ago. It was probably right around the time when I started this channel is when it was. So probably before I started the channel, which is August of 2023. So my visibility is not very good right now because I have my sunglasses on. So if I have to stop for any reason, I'm going to take these off so I can see better. I just don't. These are my new sunglasses. I spent a lot of money on them. I spent like 20 bucks on these. And I don't want to mess them up. I like them a lot. So I hesitate to put them in my pocket because I'll forget they're in there. it's gonna be a mess. Oh man. All right. So let's gear down. Southwest Patrol. Looking like the police. Bristol. Wow, look at this car turning right here. Dang, head-on collision mobile. It's like crash up derby. Alright, let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the sidewalk mode now. Hopefully I'm recording, man. I don't remember pushing the camera button. Let's look. Yeah, we're recording. I can see the little red light blinking. So hopefully the camera's not too crooked. I have a feeling it is though. Because whenever I work on my bike and I have my camera strapped to me, the straps get all jacked up. Well, if it wasn't crooked, it's crooked now, so. Sidewalk closed, use other side. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Eye contact. Oh man, the car was turning behind me. Oh, this guy's not even looking where he's walking. He's just walking with his head down. Sidewalk closed, use the other side. Yeah, right. Just gonna have to get up in the calle. Get up in the calle. It's treacherous. Where's this car gonna go? You're going too slow, bro. All right, so I think we're close to Santa Ana College. So sometimes I cut through this parking lot instead of riding on the protected bike lane because this parking lot's really strange. It must be for, I don't know what it's for. There's a strip of parking lot and there's a taco truck in there. But I like riding through the parking lot because I always see something strange going on, you know. But I'm gonna I'll take the bike lane since it's here. Been electrified. There's a lot of bikes on this intersection. Bikes and scooters and e-bikes. Edinger. So I took Edinger one time all the way to the Santa Ana River, coming home from work on the weekend. Somebody had asked me to do an Edinger ride, and so I did. It's like once I get past Bristol, I don't know what's going on. Once I get west of Bristol, I don't know much until you get to Costa Mesa. So I used to live in Costa Mesa, so I'm pretty familiar with that area. But this big chunk, like from Sunflower all the way, let's say to Memory Lane, west all the way to Harbor, I don't know, like this area. So I don't know what to really, which areas to really look out for. Like where I ride, I know most of the neighborhoods. Well, I know all of them actually. It's hard to see. There's a lady sleeping up against a brick wall with a pink wig on. Alright, so we gotta look for the right-hand turners. This little area right here, this little section, going through here in the morning time, in the dark, was always a lot going on. See me? I don't know. This guy's not even. He's going in reverse. I don't know. Not too bad, man. Pretty nice, actually. When I'm out here on Bristol, I feel like I'm in a totally different city. Like, it seems like it's far away from everything else, but it's really not. It's only how far are we from Flower Street? A half a mile? Maybe? First Street. So I've been on First Street to the river as well. Santa Ana PD was getting fueled up, drinking a Monster. Some kind of energy drink. I don't know who's cooking over here in this intersection right now, but it smells really good. I think it's that taqueria right there. Something smells so good. Maybe it's Estilo Oaxaca. Dang, look at that. It looks so good. Guys got the jams going. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see what this Mercedes does. Diesel. Old diesel Mercedes. Alright, so I see some road construction up ahead, which could be good or it could be bad. Sometimes it works out to our benefit. Detour. It's kicking up a lot of dust, I can tell you that much. So I think in this case it's going to help us out as long as we don't run over too much debris. Bike lane closed. Okay, well, we'll go on the street then. Is that car turning? I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna roll. We're gonna roll and see what happens. I think we can just get over here in the construction area. Don't see that there's gonna be any nails or wire or anything. Oh, look at the bike lane. It's a protected bike lane. Why is it closed? Looks good. God damn, this is awesome. Pardon my language. I meant to say, golly. That is great. More protected bike lanes. Come on, Santa Ana. I love it. I think this is new. These are new too. Yeah, this is new. Since the last time I was here. Has it been that long? Is this car turning? "17th Street. So I don't think I've ever ridden in the street on this section of Bristol. I always just usually cruise the sidewalk. Even in the morning, I prefer to ride on this side. I just feel like there's just a lot more activity. Santa Clara. You hear about people getting smoked on their bikes over here all the time. One of my subscribers lives right over here. He just sent me a comment. I think on this morning's video. So shout out to you, man. I'm in your neighborhood. Right here, memory lane. Let's get over on the sidewalk. We're gonna cross. So. Yeah, he's on memory, he said he's on memory lane and, what was it? Memory lane and, I don't think he said Bristol. Wait. I was picturing memory lane in Bristol. Huh. I'll have to look at my YouTube. Right.
Wait.
So we're gonna take this all the way to Harbor. Oh, we can check maps real quick. Something I rarely do.
Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, looks like we're going to Harbor. All right.
Wait.
Got a rosé Jeep. Ooh. All right, y'all. We're gonna go over the Santa Ana River right now. This car is pulling out. Fast and Furious. City Drive. Yeah, so I've ridden on this street before, only once though, when I rode to Disneyland from work, but I'm not super familiar with this area. But we're about to be. This looks a little bit sketch right here. Pretty wide lane though. Lewis. So after Lewis, I think this is Garden Grove after Lewis, I believe. This is Garden Grove Boulevard. Memory Lane turns into Garden Grove Boulevard. So I'm assuming we're in Garden Grove. Hold on there. Living on the edge. This looks a little sketchy. But here we go. looking familiar. This will be interesting. I guess in the morning it won't be that bad because it's not going to be dark. But I feel like this would be intense in the morning when it's dark. So here's Palm, so I think we turn right at the next street light. We don't get smacked by this car. Garden Grove, y'all. So I used to live right off a harbor in Costa Mesa on Wilson. Harbor and Wilson. Pretty nice here. Sublime. It's pretty sublime here. Let's cut this way because I'm gonna cut through the parking lot here. I don't know why, but let's go through this little gutter thing. I wanted to not have to deal with whatever I saw up there. All right, so we're on Harbor. I'm totally confused. Oh, that is Harbor. I'm supposed to go this way. Jeez. Oh yeah, it does this little curver. All right. Sorry, I got a little turned around for a second. Red Lobster. Red Lobster. Go behind this crazy person. So there should be a big hotel around here somewhere. Wolf. Oh look, I could have turned on Palm. So this is where we're going right here. This is it. Paradise. Oh. Ooh, I gotta cross right here. There. That's it right there, y'all. So really, I don't know. I could have came from the other way. I don't know. There's a million ways to get here. But if I would have turned on Palm, that would have been a nice cut. That would have shaved it down. So unfortunately, we don't know exactly how far this was right now, or I don't. 10 miles, and 35 minutes. So yeah, it's 13 miles. Let's go. It's kind of a strange crosswalk here. Gotta wait till this car goes past. Nice. Oh yeah. Crashing grandma's car. I think I have to go over this way. I have no idea where the entrance is. Man, this place is massive. I didn't remember it being this big. Pulling up. We're pulling up. Got the wolf. Man, this place is just insane. So we gotta go somewhere in this parking garage. I'm gonna go find my car. Gotta go across this thing. I'll go over the island. Where is my car? Where is my car? Alright, we're gonna go right here and call the Familia. They're on the first floor, so it shouldn't take them long. Alright, y'all, that's the video. So hopefully you enjoyed a new route. And yeah.